Hi everyone. I just felt like sharing my experience of US trip and which impelled me, of course, like which prompted me to make this video because there's so many things to be shared, so many things which are worth sharing. I generally don't share much of the information, but this time I forced myself that I must, share some of the facts and the experiences which I have been through in my US trip until now. Let's begin this talk with when did I come here? It was 26th October night when I boarded my flight to US and particularly Seattle, Washington. Now, let me tell you, Washington is different from Washington, D.C. D.C. is the political capital, you can say, more power centric. Washington state is different, where I'm staying right now in Seattle. And but currently, as you see my back, it is some Airbnb in Leavenworth. But I'll come back to Leavenworth later. Let's start with how has been my experience until yet because I have been receiving, no, not receiving, observing few of the responses and comments to my Facebook post and Instagram videos or reels maybe which I have shared. Generally, I'm very conservative and reticent while sharing information. I do not pass on. I don't believe. Uh, I believe that world can do with one less opinion or one less information. I am more conservative when it comes to that. But then I thought it is maybe it's conveying a little wrong message when I am more merrier and I am sharing photographs without thinking what people might be, perceiving me as or forming an image about me. Uh, okay, let's talk about this is a very general video. Let's talk about first the cultural differences, which hasn't shook me, but I found them intriguing and I respect the cultures and I love it. But this is certainly uneasing for the people who come from outside. Like I'm from India and I'm here right now. Most of the places I have been through, wine, beer, vodka, alcohol is too common over here, more than the coffee cafes. Although people drink a lot of coffee over here, but it is more roasted, roasted kind of filter coffee, which like filter coffee, I'm saying, so that you can connect with the fact because people here drink fresh coffee. They crush the beans and the freshly ground coffee, and they believe in what belief they practice. Like they have more of a black coffee over here. That's their staple and a cultural kind of a thing. Whereas in India, we are more tea and coffee people. हमें चाय पसंद है, हमें coffee पसंद है, and we have a lot of it. But when I wanted to have it over here because it's too cold and freezing, shivering cold is nothing like I cannot express anything less than this because it is certainly shivering cold, 0 degrees Celsius, and maybe going a little on a minus side. It is snowing, it is getting to snow. I'll share some of the pictures and video if I can. I shared a few of them where I was even unable to talk properly. That was difficult for me. It was windy and too cold. So I was telling you about the coffee. Yes, people have more coffee over here. In the Starbucks, you know what? I'm from Delhi. And Starbucks over here is more like, when you come here, चांदनी चौक की वो पुरानी टिपिकल लाला जी की दुकान जो शुरू हुई थी और फिर पूरी दुनिया में फैल गई जब पूरी दुनिया में उन्होंने फैलाई तो बहुत यूनिफॉर्म्ड और स्ट्रक्चर्ड standard operational processes came into being, but for now, but those two authentic outlets remained the same, although they are well maintained, well kept, but you won't recognize in the first go. I realized when I went to the Pike market, which is public market, most famous market of the Seattle. They also call it farmers market. Yeah, and that is more fishes and small restaurants and street side food. You get to taste the local cultural food over here, and you get to know the essence of people. What do they eat and why they think and behave the way they do, because even in toilets you won't find water over here. That's also because of the kind of a food they eat, है ना? तो हमारे यहाँ तो मिर्च मसाले इतने होते हैं कि उफ तौबा, हम तो बिना पानी के कुछ कर नहीं सकते. But leaving that thing aside, okay, anyway, you go, more wine and vodkas and alcohol shops are more common over here. तो हुआ ये कि I wanted to share, and people are still in the Halloween mood. as of yet. They're still not out of it. They're still like in the hangover of Halloween, because the decoration is still put. Just like us people, दिवाली की हमने लाइटें डाल दी, और 2 महीना, कभी कभी तो 6 महीना दिवाली की लाइटें उतरती ही नहीं है. तो similarly, I won't say that people would, I don't think they would carry that Halloween decor until that long. But still, yeah, abhi it has just been a few days or a week or so. So that decor is still on, and Christmas is round the corner, which is making it even more beautiful. When I came here, I thought I will certainly capture some photographs which make this place distinct. Like wall murals was one of it. I am going to collect as many beautiful, aesthetically pleasing, more ecstatic wall murals in my photographs, and I'll try to share, make an album on the Facebook and share, put those photos therein. I also tried to capture a lot of Halloween decor, be it from the restaurants or the residential areas where people live, picking and taking up pictures from there. I'll definitely share, because that is going to give you an essence. But don't look behind that, what is there, or maybe, don't think that I have been doing it. I am capturing, I am an observer, I am somebody who is witnessing what is happening over here. Being an astrologer, I'll not say that I have moral issues. Morality is something really different, and I personally have come to realize now, have when I'm just about to be turning like I don't want to tell, but yeah, like I'm close to 40. When I'll be turning 40, I in this, like, decade of 30s, I realized that morality is used more to control people. So let's not equate things through the lens of morality. I don't drink, and I don't have moral issues due to which I don't drink. I just don't find it intriguing and pleasing, or it doesn't give me that hit of fun which makes me. It's not an addiction for me. It can be addiction for a lot of people, but one addiction is generally replaced by the another. So people who do not drink alcohol may have a lot of coffee and tea, or maybe they love sugar, which is another addiction. So let's not take pride into it that, oh, I don't drink, oh, she drinks, or they have non-vegetarian food. That's kind of, looking down at people. So let's, like, this is 21st, moving towards 22nd century. We should not, constrain our mind to that. Like, let's not be limited to that kind of a thought process. That's what I personally think. And okay, so I was capturing few of the Halloween decorations. So don't look behind that. That's was the do not correlate that thing with my preferences or how do I live. For that, you might need to know me or talk to me more often, which I like, in person. So there you'll be able to realize. Okay, now when Christmas is around the corner, also more experience which I would like to share was 26th October night. As I said, was the night when I boarded my flight to Seattle, and Seattle is a beautiful, aesthetically pleasing, more, it's a calm place. And I always say calming place. Why I say it calming place? Because it calms me down. I have seen it's a slow city. People are into their own lives. They don't bother about others. And we have been to, until now, we have been to Space Needle, and which is a space observatory tower, and which was set up in way back in 1962, and some of the information which obvious information which you can find over the Google itself. Then I had been to Chihuly Garden and Glass. It is a glass museum kind of a thing, like where you go, and more than museum, it is like a exhibition kind of a thing. They have put on display the glass work and the art work for it, and some of the fantabulous art I have seen in my life. I could not imagine, I could not fathom that you can like make such beautiful art out of the glass. And Pike Market, as I said, the clam chowder soup is really famous. If you're coming over here, just go to the Pike Public Market or the Farmers Market in Seattle. and you can have the clam chowder soup. I was trying to be, more. No, I will not say that I was trying to act cooler. I just wanted to save myself because I'm very fussy and choosy when it comes to eating food. I like my Indian food more, and the spicier the better, and the tomatoey even better. So I ordered salmon chowder soup, which wasn't as good as I thought it would be. The clam chowder one was more like Indian cream of mushroom soup, but it had chunky pieces of fish. My husband had ordered that, so that was really nice. And after, like, exploring major places of the Seattle, like some of the lake and beaches and the Space Needle and the Chihuly Garden and the public market and all of it, I'm not wasting even a single day over here. So after that, we planned to come over here to the Leavenworth. Okay, Leavenworth, as the name suggests, it is a worth it place. Just listen to the sound, not to the spelling, because spellings are like leave and worth. You leave the worth. But this place, you live here, it is worth it, and you leave while you take some worth it experience worth having, so this is a beautiful place. En route that we went to Stevens Pass, which is a skiing resort, that skiing place. That day, that moment in time when we reached there, the skiing resort was closed. The skiing, spot where they facilitate and help people skiing, and it is a tourist spot, of course. But we experienced a lot of snow there. That was amazingly beautiful because this is a hilly area, more of the mountains and the lakes and the beaches. Seattle in America is more towards the west coast, which is near to the Pacific Ocean, which attaches itself. The coastline is of the Pacific Ocean. जैसे भारत में in India we have Gujarat in the west and Assam in the east. So Washington DC is in the east, Assam है ना, और Washington state which we talk about is towards the west coast, which is like जैसे गुजरात अपने इंडिया में है, तो एक ईस्ट में है एक वेस्ट में है, तो मैं फिलहाल वेस्ट में हूँ, तो वेस्टेस्ट पार्ट ऑफ द वेस्ट, you can say it like that. Acha, Leavenworth is a beautiful place where I'm staying. It's an Airbnb, really expensive one, $500 a night. I was a little spooked out. Okay, this is a very beautiful B&B, which where I'm staying. It is secluded, isolated. But when I came here, what did I like? The first thought came to my mind, Raz picture ka scene, ki this is a spooky house because it is that secluded. It is that icy, cold, snowy place where you find, fog all over the place and the pine trees you can't locate, identify where is that pine tree. It is all foggy over there and so beautiful. But you need to really have guts, bhaiya, because these are mountains, and we have bear, reindeer, all sort of like, animals. I have heard they don't come down to the human settlement. They generally stay at the mountain tops itself. But to experience this place is a must have, because this place is, what, it is aesthetically pleasing. It's really the ecstatic views, the fantabulous mountaintops are spectacular. The sights worth witnessing, because when you go to a city, you try to pull the historical information, because that sets things in perspective for you. How to equate, how to compare, ये चीज़ें जो होती हैं ना, बड़ी खूबसूरती से हो जाती हैं उस समय. मैं इस घर को दिखाना चाहती थी जहाँ मैं रह रही हूँ. Like, look at this. This has some games, this cabinet, and here's a small bed. This is the open space, like वो होता है ना घर का veranda जहाँ से I'm at the first floor right now. This space where I am staying right now, it is big, massive. It divided into 3 floors. One is basement and the ground, and the first floor it's a hut shaped. And I really wanted to show you, लेकिन ये घर इतना बिखरा हुआ है, and I know there are always people be judging you. तो मुझे लगा यार मैं कितना जज करवाऊंगी, लेकिन फिर मुझे लगता है कि नहीं यार, थोड़ा सा तो दिखाना बनता है ना. तो कुछ समीटा नहीं है, मैं बहुत थकी हुई थी, तो अभी मुझे बिना नहीं जज करोगे तो मैं थोड़ा सा दिखाऊं, और मैं सोच रही हूँ कि थोड़ा सा साफ़ सुथरा एरिया तो मैं कोशिश कर ही सकती हूँ. I'll make another video. I'll attach that video with this one. I'll try to upload it on YouTube, because this is the most mesmerizing and a beautiful experience I have ever had. My first trip to Seattle. And okay, and this is not all. I'm not just going to stay in Seattle or okay. I also forgot to tell you about the Leavenworth. Sorry, Leavenworth. Leavenworth is a German themed village. So when I came here, I saw beautiful markets and beautiful shops, horses and the horse cart, and it is decorated and themed in German way. They have more German food they serve here. More commonly you'll find here is wine and vodka and alcohol, and less commonly you'll get the coffee, though they have enough ample coffee cafes. But more often when इंडिया में क्या होता है ना, नजर घुमाओ कॉफी कैफे मिल जाता है, एक सीसीडी मिल जाएगा, एवरी नूक एंड कॉर्नर इन द स्ट्रीट यू फाइंड अ सीसीडी, अ कोस्टा कॉफी, अ बरिस्ता, अ स्टारबक्स, सम फॉर्म ऑफ कॉफी कैफेज. बट यहाँ पे जब कैफे कहते हैं ना, तो कैफे का मतलब होता है भैया तुम्हें शराब मिलने वाली है, तुम्हें अल्कोहल मिलने वाला है, ठंड बहुत है, बियर नहीं पियोगी तो मर जाओगे. बट देन आई एम श्रुति, श्रुति खरबंदा. तो मैं नहीं पीती तो नहीं पीती यार, और इसलिए नहीं पीती क्योंकि मेरे मोरालिटी के इश्यूज़ है, मैं इसलिए नहीं पीती क्योंकि मुझे अच्छी नहीं लगती है. और मैं अपने आप को कोई महान नहीं मानती हूँ, क्योंकि जो शराब नहीं पीता वो चाय पीता है. मैं चाय पीने वालों में से हूँ, मैं कॉफ़ी पीने वालों में से हूँ, और जब मैंने वो भी पीना छोड़ दिया था ना, तो कोई और एडिक्शन आ जाता है इंसान के अंदर. थॉट का भी एक एडिक्शन ही होता है ना. जब वो थॉट, लोग ना इसमें सुपीरियॉरिटी लेते हैं कि ओह वी आर सो गुड, वी आर फिटनेस कॉन्शियस एंड वी कैन डू इट एंड दे कैन नॉट डू इट, दे लुक डाउन अपॉन अदर पीपल. मुझे ऐसा लगता है कि ईश्वर आपके अंदर जो है ना, वो ख्याल भरता है, वो मोटिवेशन भरता है. वो भरने वाला वही होता है जो आपके अंदर ना चैन नहीं आने देता. इंसान की इतनी औकात नहीं है, उसकी हैसियत नहीं है कि अपने अंदर वो इतना जज्बा भर ले जो वो उसको ज़िंदगी भर चलाए. वो डिसिप्लिन से कर सकता है. डिसिप्लिन इज़ वेरी हार्ड टू अचीव एंड इट्स वेरी ईजी टू गेट डिस्ट्रैक्टेड, स्पेशली व्हेन यू डू नॉट कम फ्रॉम दैट सॉर्ट ऑफ अ बैकग्राउंड. और डिसिप्लिन भी ना ईश्वर की कृपा के बिना मिलता नहीं है. वो चाहे तो 2 मिनट में तुम्हें ऐसी सिचुएशन में डाल दे कि 2 महीने में तुम ऐसे डिस्ट्रैक्ट हो जाओगे कि ज़िंदगी भर उभरने में लग जाएगी. पर ज्ञान अपनी जगह. आई एम stopping this video. I'll attach the video. I'll show you a minute of this house where I'm staying. और let's continue this way. अलग से ना डालना बड़ा मुश्किल हो जाता है, तो मैं अपने साथ ही दिखाती हूँ कि कितना खूबसूरत घर है. देखें, ये एक रॉकिंग सोफ़ा है, मैं कल इसी पर बैठी थी. एंड दिस इज़ द टेबल. और मेरे पीछे ज़्यादा देखना नहीं, ये बेड है, ये कैबिनेट है जिसमें गेम्स हैं, और ये मेरा कॉफ़ी टेबल है. थोड़ा सा बिखरा हुआ, तो इसलिए इसके ज़्यादा मैं दर्शन नहीं करवाने वाली हूँ आप लोगों को, क्योंकि मैं भी कोई बहुत साफ़ सुथरी बच्ची नहीं हूँ. लड़की नहीं हूँ या औरत नहीं हूँ. अच्छा, एक और कमरा है ना. ये बहुत सुंदर है. छोटे छोटे बेडरूम होते हैं यहाँ पे, और इतनी प्यारी खिड़की होती है जहाँ से बाहर का नज़ारा नज़र आता है. इफ़ आई एम एबल टू शो यू, क्योंकि मेरे से ना ये उठता नहीं है. दे आर सो डिफ़िकल्ट टू कोशिश करती हूँ, उठा देती हूँ, बंद नहीं होता है मुझसे. क्या दिख रहा है बाहर का कुछ नज़ारा? देखो, बाहर सामने एक और घर है, ऊपर पेड़ हैं, कितना खूबसूरत है, जैसे बॉलीवुड की फिल्मों में होता है ना. एंड दे हैव डेकोरेटेड दिस प्लेस ब्यूटिफुली वेल. One room has these fishies and the fishing rod on the display, and fish themed, like paintings over here. And look, somebody who loves rock and vastu, and maybe a stone practitioner, because they have kept some beautiful stones over here, from amethyst to obsidian to tiger's eye and to the moonstone. This man loves it for sure, because this is a vastu compliant home I have ever seen. This is Airbnb, somebody's personal space. Of course, this is my bedroom, और मैं बेड नहीं दिखाने वाली हूँ. जितना दिखा है उतने में समझ आ गया होगा कि इसका हाल क्या है. वो खाली कैबिनेट है, ये खिड़की है, और यहाँ से भी यार बहुत खूबसूरत नज़ारा है. और when in Rome, do as Romans do. I am unable to open this blind, but my room also has this theme. Look at the skiing roads, or whatever we call it, because I am not very fond of skiing and doing all those adventure sports. I am अ गुड फट्टू इंसान. मुझे बहुत डर लगता है. जान बड़ी प्यारी है. मुझसे ना बंजी जंपिंग होती है, ना मुझसे ये एडवेंचर स्पोर्ट्स वाली स्कीइंग होती है. नहीं होता है यार. कर लो, मुझे उल्टी आ जाती है, मेरी टमी स्टार्ट्स रंबलिंग, और से वट एवर. आई हैव फिजिकल बॉडी कंस्ट्रेंट्स. That is why I don't do it. Not because I fear it. I have that kind of a courage, but then my body talks for itself. I get into the suffering mode. I don't want to put myself into suffering. I'm a mother. So I have to look after my entire family as well, my child, my husband, my whatever work I do, little or more. I'll also take you to downstairs, and only a couple of minutes are remaining. वीडियो लंबी है लेकिन देखने का बनता है ना, क्योंकि कितना खूबसूरत घर है यार. $500 किस बात के ले रहे हैं, ये भी तो सोचो एक रात के. Okay, look at that space. They have massive drawing room. That is the kitchen. And घर वाले मेरे छुप के ना भाग गए, सो रहे हैं. Working from home, this is the TV thing, that's the kitchen thing. They have the similar, same things downstairs as well. And I'll show you how it looks like outside, going outside. You have the sitting area. It is raining right now. When I came here, I thought I'm going to experience sitting outside. It's going to be really beautiful. But it's raining since then. I could not sit even for a single sec because look at that. If you can see, that's river outside. That's the Lake Wenatchee I was talking about. But I'll take you outside. Difficult door. Look at that. I hope I'm able to show you. I'll put another video. Maybe not be a video, but photos of these. Those are the trees, and that's the snow up in the sky and the foggy. And this is the Lake Wenatchee. I can go downstairs and sit over there, have a good time. We have a sitting area over here, and I'll show you. Oh, that's my daughter. I didn't ask her to say hi. She would have yelled at me. यहाँ पे भी बैठने का है, बाहर गाड़ी है. It's a beautiful place to be. Look at that. सूरज दिख रहा है यार, इतना सुंदर है. पता है मोबाइल कभी कभी ना कैप्चर नहीं कर पाता है वो खूबसूरती जो आपकी आंखें कैप्चर कर सकती हैं. सो दिस इज़ अ वेरी ब्यूटीफुल एस्थेटिकली प्लीजिंग प्लेस. दैट्स अ मस्ट विजिट वन. आई डोंट नो वेयर आई एम स्टेइंग राइट नाउ. आई लास्ट माई ब्रदर इन लॉ. ही बुक दिस स्पेस फॉर अस. Beautiful one. He is one kind man I have ever come across. So I'll ask him the details, and if he gives that to me, I'll share it with you guys. The only thing, I was spooked out over here was these. I don't know if these are fire alarm. I'll try to show you. वो देखो पंखे के साथ ऊपर छत पे लगा हुआ है. That was there in my room also. I felt as if it's a hidden camera kind of a thing because when I was sleeping तो मुझे ना उसमें से हरी और लाल बत्ती दिखी. मैं और मेरी बेटी तो रात को डर ही गई. मैंने कहा ये क्या है. मैंने लाइट चलाई, फ़ोन से देखा, कुछ समझ नहीं आया. फिर मेरे हस्बैंड बोला यूएस की मूवीज़ कम देखा कर, यू विल बी ऑल फाइन. तो ये था. एंड sincerely, it's a very beautiful place, intriguing one. It's more mysterious, mystical, whatever you would like to call. Spirituality is not a tag which you can, it's not a badge you carry on your chest, है ना. तो होता क्या है, स्पिरिचुअल आप अपने बिहेवियर में होते हैं. जब आप दूसरों को जज कर रहे होते हैं ना, वहाँ पे पता लगता है आप कितने स्पिरिचुअल हैं. दूसरों पे इल्ज़ाम लगाना बड़ा आसान होता है, उनको जज करके एक फ्रेम में डालना बड़ा आसान होता है. मुश्किल होता है बेनिफिट ऑफ डाउट देना हमेशा. अरे इसको अच्छा लग रहा होगा इसलिए फ़ोटो ले ली होगी, नॉट बिकॉज कि वो पीने गई होगी वहाँ पे. बट एनी विच वेज it was nice expressing myself, and I'll get back with some more information because after this I'm going to Washington DC once elections are over, because during elections I don't want to go there. And then after, from Washington DC I'll go to NYC, New York, after which I'll go to LA and then I'll come back to Seattle. इससे ज़्यादा नहीं घूमने वाली हूँ क्योंकि छुट्टी नहीं थी, 1 महीना है, कितना करोगे. तो ठीक है, फिर मिलते हैं. See you with some more information, and do write in comments or your Facebook post directly, indirectly, whichever way you would like me to share something which you want. कर सकी तो ज़रूर करूँगी, प्रॉमिस नहीं करूँगी. ठीक है, बाय.